Jackie Gore and David Phillips. They live lives as separate as can be. She's in Florida, and he resides in New York. But a fateful trip to the doctor about 8 years ago set the wheels of destiny in motion that would eventually join this pair for life. You see, Jackie is a two-time cancer survivor whose battle began when she was just 15 years old and she noticed a lump near her neck.
They said that you have cancer cells in there and we need to start treatment as soon as possible. When they cut it out, they said we need to do chemotherapy and radiation right away.
Jackie had Hodgkin's lymphoma.
When we were told she had cancer the first time at the age 15, the first thing I thought of, what did I do wrong? You know, did I eat something? Did I not take care of myself when I carried her? So that was my first reaction to it, because how does somebody at 15 get cancer? So it just blew me away. I just couldn't understand why.
Blood and platelets from donors played a big role in Jackie's treatment.
If I didn't have blood, I do not think I would be talking right now. Platelets helped a lot because they gave me a little bit more of the nutrition and more of, they help build the blood circulation, and with the blood it's just the same thing with the oxygen and everything like that, and I got lots of those.
Jackie eventually entered remission. She finished high school, got a job, and even got engaged. By the time her 21st birthday rolled around, Jackie was on top of the world. There was about to be one more thing to celebrate. Jackie was about to hit her 5-year remission mark, which would make her technically cancer-free. But about 1 week before hitting that important milestone, everything changed.
My chest was hurting, I was getting short of breath. I could just be sitting watching television and my heart is just pounding. I had butterflies in my stomach because I knew something was wrong. I had a gut instinct. I knew something was terribly wrong.
The cancer had come back.
I had my wedding dress at home, everything kind of just crumbled to the floor.
This time it wasn't Hodgkin's lymphoma, it was leukemia.
How did it just all of a sudden just come out of nowhere? 5 years, she's healthy, and then all of a sudden she has leukemia. We found out that it was from one of the chemos that she was on, so it was a chemo-induced leukemia.
Because this was a secondary cancer, doctors said Jackie needed a bone marrow transplant. And since no one in Jackie's family was a bone marrow match, the search began for a donor. In steps David Phillips, a New Yorker who joined the National Bone Marrow Registry several years earlier. He just happened to be a 9 out of 10 match for Jackie.
I think everybody has gifts to give, and one of my gifts has been that I've been really in good health for my life, and I really appreciate that. So it's a way to give back.
About a year after the transplant, Jackie and David began communicating via phone calls and letters. But now they are about to meet each other in person for the very first time.
I know my anxiety level is like this high, but my emotional level is like, probably top that.
At last, donor and recipient embrace.
Great. Thank you. You gave me good bone marrow. It worked successfully.
Amazing to finally, I think, meet her, and I think this has really helped me better understand the impact that I guess I had on someone else's life.
I wanted to give that guy a big hug, you know, for letting me spend more of my life with her, you know. But it was out of it's just not the right settings or whatever, so I shook his hand, and I admire him for going through what he's gone through to save somebody else. He's a hero.
He gave her life, and when we talk to him on the phone and he doesn't think he's a hero, and I tell him, yes, you are, because you gave her life. If it wasn't for you, she would not be with us right now.
As they get to know one another, they discover they both have a passion for horses. And since the transfusion, they have something else in common: freckles.
If you saw me when I was younger, I would be freckled all over, and, you know, hair was carrot red and all that kind of stuff. So all that's been tempered through the years, so not surprised, I guess. I didn't know how much would transfer or whatever.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm good. Freckles just on the arms, I'm okay with. Like I said, if I start getting small ones, I'm probably going to be freaking out. Lots of foundation will be put on, but it's okay. Learn to live. If they start fading over the years, I'm pretty good with that.
A few freckles, a small price to pay for the gift of life.
The greatest thing about having a bone marrow transplant is that you can actually meet the person that is giving you life. You know, you hear all about these people having heart transplants and lung transplants and everything, but they're losing, and family members are losing. But this is something big. You can actually meet that other person that gave you life.
They started out as strangers, an NMDP registrant and hospital patient, thousands of miles away. Today, they walk together as lifesaver and cancer survivor, sharing and receiving the gift of life.